is the
let's start,
same team
let's
that
start
defeated
recording.
Liquid. But I do think that, especially kicking things off on Haven,
Liquid
this
has
is where
not
they've done
won
their
a
best
single
work.
of their 12 retakes on Haven this
Right, was
stage.
yesterday a blip? Was that Fnatic
Dude,
a playoff form?
that's such a
Were
brutal.
Heretics looking a little weaker
Well,
as
let's
the
see if they can
tournament
get a
went on?
retake, man.
This is the challenge that they faltered at last time. The 3-0.
Let's hope that
as
they've
you
got the
said, Tom.
stats so they know
Team
not to
Liquid
play
took it
retake.
with flying
Pretty hard
colours.
on Haven, you're pretty
Now,
much always
new
retaken.
challenge, new
Liquid on
day.
defense, Heretics
See
on
if
attack,
Heretics are up to
and
this
Genji
challenge.
double
Already We're going to
sheriffs.
see some aggression. The shield popped on ISO, and the control taken, but it's this middle battle for Serial. Looking to find that opening pick. The flash is good, and the pick goes to Heretics.
That's the exact start.
Oh my goodness,
That they were
Woo.
looking for. Panic
Hello?
quick to respond though. Putting things back
Dude, I'm
into
glad
an
we didn't
even
see his
scenario.
POV there.
The
That must have
retakes maybe
been.
not being the best
That
for
must have been
Liquid, but
awful.
The fact is, already a man to the good. They're in a good position here, and Camo strikes, leaving just one standing, but that one is Miniboo. He's been having an insane tournament, even spots out the last man, but that last man is
TPOA
Nat.
could be nice. It's a
Maybe
good
one
plan
of
for
the
him.
few that could match him, but with an open plant, he will reposition back towards middle.
Goes for the full
Doesn't
wrap
even
around.
know
They
if it's a
don't have
fake
time.
TP
Already
yet.
put
Dude,
under
what a
pressure by
nightmare.
that clock. The tap from Nats has to confirm that it's not being diffused.
Oi, what a nuts round from Miniboo. I think that counts as a 1v4, to be honest.
He might have been quieter yesterday, but a Red Bull clutch.
Yeah, they kind
to
of lined
kick
up
off
the
this BO5.
2 at A link.
This is why I always want to see the Heretics squad pick this map of Haven. I feel like it gives them
God,
that
Woot must be
momentum
like,
boost
thank you
at
for
the
winning
start
that,
of every
mate.
single
I
series.
completely
They've been
messed up.
playing it throughout the entirety of the tournament, and for Miniboo, you mentioned it. I don't even think he
Oh,
had
they
a poor
lined
performance. He had
up, dude.
probably
That's
his
so
worst
unlucky.
performance we've seen the entire stage. He has been the highest ACS player all the way through stage 1, and yesterday he was missing. Well, today he's already
Well,
pulled
this
off an
is an
absurd
overbuy.
clutch, and we are 1 round in.
This shows a
Great
little bit of
signs
desperation
what's
in my
to come.
books.
Now, Team Liquid
That's a
might
big
be one of the
overbuy.
strongest teams when it comes to those anti-ecos, and they've
3
even invested
sheriffs.
in themselves here, given an
It's 3
opportunity.
people that
to
most
take
likely
across
have
the
to
line
go
with
light
3
armor.
sheriffs in play. So definitely somewhere that they need to be careful. But touching on the veto, Tom, Ascent up next, definitely a map that looks stronger for Liquid. You look at that defensive side, and it's going to be a lot for Heretics to break through. So I really agree with you. This is somewhere that we need to see Heretics have that strong start if they're going to have that heartbeat in the series. Because the next, I have a little bit of doubt about how competitive it will be.
I am surprised we didn't see Liquid pick split, though. I feel like although they've had a few blips there, that was kind of where I thought their strength truly would lie.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of
They
nice from
lost
Liquid
to,
at the
I think,
moment.
some
They've
very
also
good
changed their
anti
walls up from the walls they were
the last
doing
couple of
yesterday.
times it was played.
This
I think
is
Ascent, when you
Heretics
have that
using the
double
Marshal,
duelist
just
again,
like
we've seen Wu
the
picking up
solo
the
ghost that would
operator.
go
I don't
searching.
know. I think there's still opportunities.
Yeah, and they just wait for the
on that
whirlwinds
next
to
one, but I
boss
do
over
see what
towards
you
site,
mean.
knowing that
This
they'd
is
probably
where
be stacking
we
the other
truly
site.
have those expectations. And while that
Nice, easy
1-2
start for them.
punch, we've seen the 1 in the last round. This is the second.
Could be something to do that they don't buy the Outlaws, sure, but then I think you would then press tab after this, look at the money, and potentially buy it. But I think they should be, like, they shouldn't be as rigid as that.
But the C-long push, the opening pick for them as well, and now a safe post plant, that's a lot of the danger averted. Those pistols now have to push into you. By the looks of things, well, Nats is obviously waiting for a lurk, waiting for someone to come peeking around, but they'll just be playing the exits here, not throwing themselves at the round to try to win it, but still trying to make it costly a little bit later.
Not doing great for the retake
Go
stats.
down to the spike.
That's true.
Stop some of those high-impact ultimates from coming online.
Maybe
and well,
even the pistol counted
Benji's
towards
gonna
it
be
as
the one
well.
hunting down the kills.
Kind of was a
Maybe not
retake.
the person I'd be expecting to go forward with the Marshal, but at this stage it was all about getting out of there, and the
Yeah,
remaining 2
this is nice from
will
Woot,
just go
though,
down
is
to that
getting
spike.
close to the
Heretics
result.
keep it clean
Dodgy,
enough.
thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. Appreciate the
We'll now look
56
to
months. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you.
Try and see what they can do here versus the full buy of Liquid.
As we said for Team Liquid, that attempt to take weapons out of hands doesn't really go according to plan. Team Heretics avoid most of the danger, so a solid start to this map. Round 3, though, where we see those rifles come into play on both sides. A couple of weaknesses for Team Heretics, but due to how they bought up, they're still in good form. And that Marshal, we've seen it do a ton of damage in these round
we go back
3s
into
before,
game. What
so
is this?
no comfort
that's a
for
late
Team
cut.
Liquid. No easy round. to be
Insta
offered up.
salvos
I
for
like the
their...
double stack
Wait, they
up
tried
early
to
on.
combo Gravnet
Well,
salvos
Heretics
at the
have already seen it.
beginning.
Well, yeah, I think
I don't know,
what we
I
always
felt
have to
like
be
people were in
careful of
position to get
low
hit
buy
by that.
rounds like this is how explosive
Don't
this
know entirely what
composition can be
happened.
from Heretics. You're coming up with the ISO that obviously gives you that first ability to take a shot without going down, and then Miniboo can just take himself across the map in a matter of seconds. So they have to be very aware. It's where I think this double sentinel will definitely help them out. And I'm looking at the C site right now.
Dude, looks like every single time they're trying to hit the wall and then work out when it's going to break or just go wherever the wall is at the moment.
Very good at the round 3s as
Dude,
well.
look at the util here.
The best in the league as well. See if it adds up to success with the punchy comp showing.
Okay, insert one over towards garage.
But that's because of this
Do a lot of pressure over towards A, and hey, that was nice as well. This is kind of cool. You grab net close or over towards window, it leaks out towards here, and you salvo this, but the salvos also leak out and cover these two. Wait, that's really cool. The salvos are so big. As if the Gravnet gets below here as well, by the way.
I think Camo pulled a pistol out. That's a bit of a blip. In fact, a massive blip with one
Patty actually needs to kill everyone.
Just be there to save the day, though.
That's a good TP from Boo, man. That's a big TP from Boo. I like that little micro plan from them. No matter what, they get in the trade.
Fantastic clutch in the match yesterday and already kicks this one off with a bang. Leaving him facing off against Benji on the other side. 21 HP, but the time on his side.
Slowly ticking away, a patient player. Like you said, that one bullet needed to take him down. Serial has to make the right call, though. Spotting out that angle, and he's seen him now, but Benji's on the trigger.
We got 1v1, 1v4s at the moment that they're winning.
It's always the danger, even
a rough
with those
start for
weaknesses,
Liquid.
they've got the rifles.
Dude, what happened on site here? They can't be getting. Oh, that's fine. Okay, I mean they both got wrecked.
Well, he's caught unaware.
I want to say that was like a fat finger or something. Like it just slipped and just.
Nah, I think they thought they were Load's garage, to be honest. I don't think they were ready for this.
I also want to mention round 1 and round 3 are now clutches that have been won by a player with barely any HP left. Like that has got
Little
to weigh
tech
on your
pause.
mind a little bit
Pause.
if you're over on that Liquid side, because you are in a position where these rounds are very much winnable. There's opportunities.
Camo, I mean, he either pressed the wrong button, or he was really sure with the info here and whatever.
Heretics side.
Whatever the comms were, that there was more people towards garage or some kind of C-split.
Not quite sure what we're seeing on
I love how EMEA now refuse. They refuse to do the red lights.
Not yet. Not
It hasn't gone red.
Any moment now, Tom. I do agree with you, though.
The person that has the button to make it go to tech pause, man, he's just not allowed to press it.
I really don't like him.
Yeah, we've got Sentinels fans in.
You gotta press that button, my guy. Come on.
It's quite a journey, I'd imagine. But yeah, it's gonna. He
got fired. Yeah, they told him like, dude, if you every time you push that button, we're deducting 100 euros. Every time you push that tech pause button, 100 euros has gone out of your salary. He's just here like, man, I can't press this anymore. I can't be pressing it. He's got no money left.
Doesn't look like they're destined for that just yet. One thing to keep an eye on as the game goes on, though, is a man like
Is it fixed?
Someone that was able to
turn
the tide of a lot of the rounds the last time they faced. I think he was 9-1 in opening duels as a Sentinel. When they came towards him, or when they left that space
everyone that
behind,
can
he was
get one
capitalizing
shot
on it every
and a
time.
bit
It
of
was
a
Benji
change up from
having a
Liquid,
tough
just
time
pushing that
staying
aggro,
alive
but
into those
kind of
late
feels like
rounds.
Heretics are on top of this.
That gap of utility, we even saw it yesterday, cost them a lot when it
This
came
is,
to Icebox.
I mean, this is nice from
Now,
Heretics
those
as
are
well.
two
They're going to make
things
sure they
that
get the
Heretics will
ISO
be
onto
looking
next
to remedy
rounds.
coming
That's a
into
freebie.
today. Elbow shown and Outlaw more than enough to take you down.
Yeah, I think to touch on what you were saying about Nats, I think we're seeing him in some of the best form in a while. Like, I think the switch up to IGL did take a little bit of toll, but I think you can see that the comfort's now there, just in terms of him not only being a leader, but then also
it's
being
good
able
info
to
as
be
well. No
one of the
overpeaks on
best,
this
if
one.
not the
Reclear
best
a middle
side
as well
anchor
once the
we
camera's
have
gone down.
in the entirety of the league right now. He has
Yeah, they
had
can
some
probably just
absurd
go over towards
performances.
A.
This round
There's a
would
world
probably
where
have
they
to
don't
be the
expect
best
him
of them.
close because of the
full
camera,
force
but
of Team
I
Heretics,
don't think so.
only a pistol. and his
Norlard,
teammates
thank you so much, Norlard. Appreciate the tier 1, mate. Thank you,
No,
thank
and
you.
they're clearing him too. They know all of his little tricks. They know you got to clear those corners.
I don't think they know all
Would
of
you
them.
rather fight 100 mini-sized
They know
flies
the
or
whole
100
They know the ones that he
fly-sized
showed last
minis?
time. They won't be falling for it
100
again. A
fly-sized
4-0
minis,
start
surely.
seems destined now for Team Heretics. Team Liquid sending up that early
Especially
play
if they
by
can't fly.
Patatech, but Benji is watching it like a hawk. Even had backup from Woot, leaving Camo all alone, 1v5. And the question of damage, a valid one to ask, but the economy so stacked up in the attacker's favor already that
mini size fly, yeah, dude, that's crazy.
a couple of those weapons
Especially if he can fly as well.
You're going to find it very hard to break the bank of Team Heretics.
They're the same size.
It's not only a map that they thrive at, but it really does seem like the second that momentum gets going, they're almost impossible to stop.
Zach in the YouTube chat, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you doing that. He asks, do you think Paper X and the ACL will benefit them more, or it will drain their performance? Nah, I think it's fine. It's time that they probably would have taken off anyway after qualifying. I don't think it will matter too much, to be honest.
Then you throw in momentum with these players that
in reality, it's probably 2 days that they would have spent on practice. That's about it. They're playing it pretty chill. They're not showing anything. I think they only lose like 2 days extra practice.
And I don't mind it. Like, you've now got a good buy. This is where you're coming in with an ult or two to play with, or at least some getting close.
There's good money in that ACL thing though, right? I think.
Keep it up. I don't think has been like, you've lost 2 rounds where you were eco and 2 rounds where it came down to 1v1s. Like, it could be a very different story, but you now need to step into things.
Well, what's the grand final? Dude, I don't think I have streaming rights for it.
As we said, the money maker round that you just saw, it's going to leave
it's 160k prize pool, dude. That's crazy.
Ults, but
dude, for like an off-season, tournament as well, just in the middle, that's nuts.
Right now, 7-2. It'll be back on before
Chat, how can they're allowed to run that tournament midway through the season? Can anyone do that? Like if K-Cup wanted to run their own tournament, could they do something similar, like a 4-team tournament?
It's what, a 4-win streak now when it comes to Haven. Sure, there's a lot of tape, but it's difficult to match pound for pound with what's on the server today.
Also, the
money? It's a different company, isn't it? Or it's the same company. Oh, okay, I get you. Yeah, money talks, I guess.
It's fairly basic, but the intricacies of how they use it is what makes it more complex. And a lot of the other
Elizabeth, hello. How we doing?
When those ult come online,
are we hydrating?
Have Minibu take space, and then Wu take the player. So it
definitely not the first sip of the stream.
So it really is complex to
okay, timeout came in. The problem is they're up against the 2 ults, which means that you pretty much win the rounds for this comp.
Is exactly what we're talking about. Just mass amounts of space, all the sensors being set
up. Oh no, they're playing retake.
No effect. That's the whole setup.
The stats don't look good for them here. And okay, this is kind of nice though from Liquid. They go fast with this one. Same ult that means that they can take space from heaven. Ooh, Camo, what?
Camo's got another, and the A site now fully retaken. 4 players on the site, 1 in spawn. That leaves a gap, and one that Benji has slipped his way into.
Oh, they're on top. They're on top of the fact that someone would have taken some kind of space, though. Dude, look at this. It actually might be a hard retake this one. I know it's 3v5, but they're so far away.
Well aware of the potential of someone flanking in towards the back of the A side, but it's more so once that spike goes down.
The cast, yeah, these are the 2 ults that should be winning you rounds, and they both die, of course.
So whenever Nats decides, he will get that extra little bit of information.
Yeah, and they're probably going to save the camera for the retake on this one. Even though I'll tell you what, the information will be good. Dude, look at I see Rian's right now is like trying to spam the camera. I don't know if Nat's checked her, if he actually got it. He spent about 10 seconds trying to spam that thing.
Nats was even watching for that walk through B to spawn this whole round, essentially. Now playing for the retake, the paranoia already in, reveal is good. Camo still manages to win the fight. Through the cage, he's dropped Rian's. And a 4v2 that they're now left in.
Till they find out they're both here, they can just stick this.
With the spike being defused, they've got to get a move on and right into the waiting arms of Serial and Kiko.
Hey, this was nicely done though. I mean, this is all down to Camo just being a beast. Problem with that is you can't really repeat those kind of rounds, but they did get 2 ults out of them, so it's a lot of impact.
Rounds in their matchup yesterday. An ace even to close it. It seemed like there was no one in the server that could match up to his individual brilliance.
Good sign as well is like Liquid definitely on top of the fact that their retakes haven't had good success rates, so this fast flood over towards A as soon as they lost it was cool. They used the same ult protocol that they used in their actual retake, where they ult like this and then take the space. This time they just do it for the fast flood. It's kind of cool.
They're not shying away though, and neither is Camo. tries to go for that early fight,
Camo's
but it is
feeling
only
it,
going to be
mate.
the 1-for-1.
Jaws, thank you so much for the 31 mums. Thank you,
for the side of
thank you.
Heretics.
Yeah, that's a big spanner in the works for the attacking
Devastated
side
for
to work with
BBL.
now.
Yeah,
What
I'm
a
still think
set of
BBL had a
rounds from
good
Camo.
season though. They
High-impact
should be pretty
trade early
happy.
on, but that last round, even caught by the ISO ult, unable to take down Woot. Well, you talk about how difficult it can be to deal with him when he's coming in popping heads, but it wasn't to be seen in the previous. Information off the Cypher Ultimate. Team Heretics now know what they're up against. They see these players on site, but they're not deterred. Ultimate pop by Serial. He's going to be suppressed. Can't get that ult pop.
No way.
That
suppress is insane.
Great reaction by Woot, completely denying what seemed to be safe play for Team Liquid and leaving them with a disadvantage on the retake.
Impact.
It's the ISO, man.
Annihilation. If it connects, that could have been a true difference maker, and Nat's trying to peek into the dog pick. I don't even think he saw anything before his head was ripped clean off. Nice shot from Kiko.
Ooh, got an extra dink on that. Hey, that
still as crispy as ever.
that Woot double damage suppress actually just won the round. It really did.
Again, another high
ISO's very strong at the moment.
I think coming into the
ISO's very strong.
Of Split 1 has been a true force to be reckoned with. Again, didn't have the best.
This is what's gonna be so fun about
Icebox yesterday.
This is gonna be so fun about Toronto. Like where do people go?
Already in this map, 9 and 2, Miniball alongside him 8 and 4. They're having a cracking start to this map.
And wonderful reaction by Woot though. Suppressing Serial when the ultimate is popped. That's got to be frustrating. It would have been a free pick. Otherwise, Camo, he's up very close and deep. Blocked in the smoke by Boom.
That's rough. It looks really desperate at the moment for Liquid though. It's just Camo making solo plays. Was a little bit unlucky, obviously, in the smoke.
The one real hope that they had, and now that weapon is down on short in the open and irretrievable.
Jaws, thank you so much for the bits, mate. Who are your 4 making champs from EMEA? I mean, I would include the same 3 that we already have here. Who gets the 4th spot?
You're going to put your best map in the 3rd slot, so even if the first couple haven't gone the right
Dude,
way.
That's hard to call.
I definitely like this choice from Heretics. We've said it before that
it's actually going to be really open.
They are considerably unfavored on.
I would have to look at the champs points, man. You'd have to go with
Really nice net coming through from Serial, but
you just have to look at champs points more than anything else, because I don't see any of the other teams actually getting like 1st or 2nd.
Nats remaining. And it's Nats, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. They might be able to get 1 here, but anything else I think would have to be a miracle.
I like the fact that Miniboo's already dead, but he comes in and shoots the decoy.
Vitality has 6 champs points, but how many do BBL have? Vitality are above BBL by 1 point right now. Ah, dude, it's going to be really close then.
You say you'll give him 1, but
I think Vitality have to make a change for me to believe.
They'll punish if they go aggressive.
And I hate saying that about teams, but that team is cooked. Strengthen, thanks so much for the prime. Thank you.
He's taking a risk here.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Rifle could be finding its way into Nats' hands if he was in a different position, but caught up in heaven. There will be no choice.
But it's also just the economic damage isn't that high. He's already got his ultimate. So for Nats in this scenario, just not giving them the orb, not giving Woot the opportunity to get that kill contract online ready for the fight, it's worth it. Like, because the thing with the kill contract that makes it such a valuable ultimate, sure, you get an advantageous 1v1, but that's not the main thing. If you have these site anchors, which you look at Liquid's comp, they've got 2 players that pretty much sit within that bracket of if you can take out Nats, if you can take out Serial, a lot of the delay disappears. Even if they're removed from their setup.
Wait, Airy, that's kind of crazy.
That can be enough for the rest
I might
of the
get you
team
to
so you do not
Twitter
want
DM me that,
ultimate
if that's a thing.
coming online all too often for Liquid.
Yeah, this is looking rough, but I think this was always going to happen on Haven.
Slipping away from them and getting back
they also
into
start
this,
on defense of Haven against the comp. It's like really good on attack. And in theory, their comp should be good on defense.
The fact that both pauses are already burned up, you can see the stress eating away at them early
Florabunda, thanks so much for the 24 months. Thank you for the 2 years, dude. Appreciate that.
Into this attack side for Team
Heretics, the change, yeah, I mean, they either have to bring in an IGL or something different, right? Like there has to be a change of vibe here, basically. Whether it's like bringing in someone and then Safe just goes fragging, or
pretty much destroyed the last time that these teams were facing, whether it came to early or late duels. He was not having a wonderful time, and now he's leading the charge on the server.
Wait,
not
how did
just
you
9-2, not just chipping away, but 2 big 3Ks
this is crazy,
that secured rounds.
How did you get all of
otherwise
these?
Up for grabs
All of the
in the other
bombs?
direction. And having heroes like that online early, having Miniboo activated as well, it's a good sign for Heretics. How this BO5 is going to swing.
I think the stats speak for themselves as well. 71.2%
That's
round
nuts.
win rate on Haven. So not only are they
Okay, second timeout. Let's see if they can get anything. Dude, I mean, they got the ult to retake, but nothing's been working for them retake-wise. Big changer from Heretics as well. Just wanted to hit over towards B now.
That's why they wanted to start.
Maybe they're going to start reinforcing the A side a little bit stronger, or the sites they've been hitting.
Going to see that Hunter's Fury utilized by Rians, looking to try and garner the team extra space, but nothing really being
Or do they exclude China in some of the stats? Just API stuff. API just wasn't on a lot of the Chinese servers at the beginning, so they couldn't get the confirmed stats.
Emerges from the old victorious Miniboo. Good flash as well. Stops that left side peak, as does the suppress going through. They've picked up the advantage back in their favor. They've got their back secured, and numbers looking down on mid. It's going to be difficult to get that diffuse tapped already by Team Liquid just to get the utility out. But there's more on its way. A reveal in the smoke, and now
it looks so rough, man. It's looking really rough, dude.
Panicking, but Liquid are, as another round falls into their opponent's hands with relative ease. And we've seen before, the stat popped up, the retakes for Team Liquid. I think what we saw earlier was their first successful retake when it came to Haven. And this one, well, it's just another defeat.
Yeah, well, I guess you look back to
Swim Dizzy, I think I missed your sub, and Balaka as well. I think I missed yours as well. Thank you so much, Steve.
So I guess they just didn't have a very good defense overall.
No, yeah, the defense is getting wrecked, man. And they probably, I mean, it kind of got wrecked a little bit yesterday as well.
I'm quite surprised, though, that how quickly
Bacon, thank you for doing that.
I think just there was still plenty of time for them to challenge. I think just realizing that with the amount of spams that were coming through, they were never going to be able to get that defusal over the line. And wanting to make sure they at least have something to play within this round, but that was probably one of the closer we've seen in the last few. They've been incredibly clean from Heretics. And while now coming in with weaker weapons, you're talking about hero plays again, which have all been on the other side.
Exactly, yeah. The big clutches, the 4K pistol, the 3Ks by Benji.
I guess Camo had one.
He did. He had a good round. They haven't given him the rifle, so no respect for him. It's Kiko and Nats to pick those up. Now is set up alongside Nats on B. It's going to be a mid-crunch. Already seeing that contact outside of B.
Wait,
Nats
what?
with the double.
Dude, that must look kind of crazy.
Clear, resounding
I guess I lined up.
Heretics. They put some players in the dirt. The rifle recovered.
Cypher's low.
Instant death for Serial as he touches it. Another 3-piece for Benji. Make that 4. This guy is on fire today.
The problem is they need 4.
8-1 for Team
They
Heretics.
can win everything here.
Look, the next map looks better for Liquid, but if it keeps up like this, Tom, even they'll have
Tai Tao, Tai
feels
Tao
like a
even with the
lifetime
Prime.
ago,
Thank you so much, dude. Thank you for that.
about this guy coming in at the end of 2023 as a clout pickup. that was where we were. We were looking at the tier 2 squads. He
calm
grinded
taps.
through, and even still, when he came to Heretics, they went, he's got a lot of followers though, innit? That's the reason he's picked up. Now currently sits 13-3 in this server, having to been to a Champions final, a Masters final.
Dylan Jordan
He's
as well.
been
Thanks so much for
doing
the Prime,
alright
mate.
for himself, and
Appreciate that also.
as of right now, it seems
Okay,
like
some
Liquid
kind of
have
change up from Liquid. Just
absolutely
insta
no
drone, try set up the Yori to hold and get early info on C as they can heavier stack Garage and B.
tiny bit of hope.
The drone on A sees nothing. They can
Back
just
to
walk
Benji's head,
in.
He knows that those opening duels didn't go so well for him last time. He avoids the fight with Camo. Keeps the information, rotates around. A site already taken, but Nats has managed to find himself an angle around that smoke. A double pickup already. The
Damn, Nats did insane though. His trip managed to get the kill.
Another hero play needed. Miniboo on the site.
Oh, Miniboo looks nuts.
That leaves the 1v1.
Dude, where was this Heretics yesterday? Look how good they all look. Like, where was this Heretics yesterday? They're actually just popping everyone.
Miniboo's on fire. Benji's clutching out rounds, and what hope is left for Team Liquid?
All I'm going to say is everybody's going to be stealing Veggie Fishy's aim training routine after this one. That was just so clean with the final shot. Even managing to dodge the ultimate just seconds before that annihilation.
Ah, Mini Boo did so much, man.
At the end of the round was Serial. Gotta be nice to have him on your team. Well, Rian, someone we've talked about so much, hyped up so much, is one of the best players within the whole region, if not the best. He's currently in the backpack, 3 and 4, hasn't had much to do. He'll set up a dart or two, and now Boo joins the party. This is a slaughter.
Nah, this is a slaughter, yeah. It's a rough watch at the
it's
moment.
It's not just the kills that come in here, it's the read from Team Heretics. They're going to make a play. They're going to try to get aggressive with those weaker buys. Let's just pump the brakes, spread the net. They've got players watching everything. They've got Woot able to rotate between helping C-Long or helping the double doors, and he wasn't needed on C-Long with Boo just cleaning it up like that. You talk about Benji as well. This is a guy, sure, he could look at Cloud pickup early on, but he did his time in the tier 2. He was playing on Enterprise for a long time.
God, they're not messing about. Your old spots too.
Yes.
Clear the whole of the site.
Ain't nobody thinking they were right.
Spoo watching behind.
It
broke.
This round is looking signed, sealed, and delivered into Team Heretics. Double digits. Almost without a doubt on the board, a big clutch needed, and there's just nothing going their way. You call out Rienz, and he steps up to the plate. A home run for Heretics. 1 round left to compete for. 1 round on the board for Team Liquid.
Yeah, an in-zone flawless, and Rienz has
Be a
got
fast
at
one, right?
least
What's
a
the
pinky
time
toe
on
out
this?
of the backpack. He's still,
Oh, we
he's
had the
still
tech
firmly within
pause,
it,
man. The
but
tech pause wrecked it.
10 and 1. I want to
25
call back
minutes at the
to
moment.
kickoff, where we even heard in the video from Mixwell, the team didn't feel like they'd fully recovered off the back of what happened to Champions, a tough loss. In that kickoff lower bracket final, they lost map 1 13-4, map 2 13-4, map 3 13-7. It's already looking like a very different story, even if by some miracle Liquid managed to turn this map. They've already got more rounds than they did in the first 2, and well, Woot's already got that opening pick onto
Wait,
Nats.
what?
The wraparound is solid though, really good
Yeah,
adaptation.
maybe they didn't
from
expect that, but I don't know. They should know about that strat,
4
really.
versus 3. Another pickup as well with Kiko closing up that back, making it through the window, and leaving Benji with a very impressive
well, they
clutch.
doubled it at
If
the
he
end,
managed
but
it.
I mean, you got a
Finally,
double Sentinel
Team
comp on
Liquid put
attack.
another round on the board right as the
Just
final
going to be about
bell
getting the
tolls on
confidence
the
up,
half.
that's for sure.
10-2 though. It doesn't seem like it'll be enough.
Yeah, there's going to have to be a serious swing if there's going to be any chance for Liquid to be able to turn this back in half number 2. Otherwise, it seems like Heretics are running away with Haven. We'll find out after the break.
13-10 for sure, yeah. The comp is good on attack. I mean, the comp should be fine on attack as well. And like the Heretics comp is like not the best on defense, but I mean, this is too many. Okay, let me quickly mute this so we don't get wrecked. Bacon, did you see this? Bacon, I found this funny, man. It's like all the teams, and it gives like a little rundown of everything they've done. Look how dirty they did us. Look, they get top 4. Where's our top 4? They get 3rd. Where's our 3rd? Just erased from history. Like we never did anything. Crazy. Get wrecked. Yeah, it just doesn't count apparently. They don't have anything intern. Wait, do they have anything intern? No, it's all international results, so that wouldn't be in there anyway, but can. Vector with the Prime, thank you for the 14 months. Thank you for that.
Well, it has been a dominant start from Team
Fnatic
Heretics.
took up all the space. Yeah,
Already
Fnatic gets everything, man. Yeah, like, do you know what? Actually, let's get rid of all those.
Off to a slow start. Who knows what Ascent will hold, but for now, we have to finish off Haven for Heretics. They just got to tap it in. A pistol round here could swing
Mini
this
needs it
into
more,
an
oh my
almost
goodness.
unrecoverable position for that attacking
Dude,
side.
they could have
now of
stopped
Team
though.
Liquid.
They had
We know
the
can be good on the
champs,
attack, but they've got to
champion
be-
in
I would say I was gonna say
champion
great,
in
they've got to be
Brazil, champion
flawless.
in Japan. They could have just left it there,
almost
but they had
managed
to
it
include the other
yesterday,
ones,
9 and
but
3.
not ours.
It was a really
Outrageous.
impressive comeback by that attack side. The problem is,
I
Heretics in this sort
mean,
of form
I'll
have
stop
been a
believing in
different
10-8.
beast to play against. Minibu's going to be
that?
under some serious pressure and will be dealt a death blow, but already look at the response. The defense looking to wrap round from behind.
How
It's
is
going to come down to the
Boo?
1v1.
How's Boo done that?
The Cypher on either side, the IGL of Nats, and while Benji Fishy, who's been in the finest of form so far this map, will have to face off. He might just slip the net. The Cam is holding on the corner. He's been spotted, but already manages to deal so much damage on towards Nats. Will get away with destroying his sneaky little bit of utility.
bro,
Who would have guessed him? Is that
Last
another
map.
clutch for Benji Fishy?
Unreal. And especially when you look at these two players in particular, Nats and Benji, last time they faced, it was a different story. Nats was diffing him individually, and now the Wonder Kids come through with another big round, but it's Boo we have to look at here. How he gets 3. Nats was waiting inside that smoke. This should
Oh my
never
god.
have been a
Whoa,
1v1.
right click into left click? That was kind of nice though.
Benji Fish aim is here. Yeah, Nat's aim is here, bro.
Oh my goodness. Jesus.
And it's just another free
All I'm gonna say-
campaign for the Heretics Classic.
Don't let Nat see that before map number 2. Or if you're a Liquid fan, do let Nat see that before map number 2, and he'll come back with a vengeance. The man who's been around the block and is still in his early 20s. Miniboot under pressure, but
Bro.
you'll never believe it.
How's that a
Clean
headshot, man?
shot onto Camo.
This guy actually
And this is
always
a
gets
buy.
one with a Marshall.
Just so you know, Liquid have invested into this round. They've got the stingers. Maybe trying to take a leaf out of BBL's book, but already a man down.
Who's on his way up here? He's going to see that trap and try to make a pass. There's
Judge
a judge in
versus
front of
Stinger.
Nats. It's a tough fight for Nats, but
Hey,
one
woo.
that he wins. Boo on
Hey,
the other
woo,
side,
where the
though,
hell is that
has
second
dropped
judge
that
shot
A
gone?
defender.
How's
Now
he?
opening up a little avenue for
How's
himself,
he
but he's
missed the
flanked out by
second
Nats
judge
again. A
shot?
second pick for the Cypher. Serial takes inspiration. Doubles up on that fight and leaves Benji alone. Another
Hey, not
clutch
again.
needed for Benji Fishy. I believe it would be another 3K as well. Time ticking.
Yeah,
The
Kiko
force
with
buy
that.
of Team Liquid seems to have found success. Kiko's already been rooted. Great bait by Bang.
There's no time.
Time is
I mean,
gone.
damage is good though.
But still, an unbelievable attempt. You win the round, but you've got to feel like Heretics are the ones walking
Yeah, I kinda
out with a
really wanna
smile
see
on
it from
their
Woot's
face, seeing
POV,
this
but-
form for Benji Fishy, 18-4.
You're right, it is a Liquid win. And credit has to be given to the likes of Serial and Nats and just the sheer amount of time that ended up being bought, but I
mean,
don't
Serial
know
played good.
how he manages to get those remaining kills, 18-4. But that was a lifeline. That was the small amount of hope that's been given. Liquid will be able to come in with a purchase, and on the other side, sure, there's
I mean, they get
still a
the.
few pieces. That outlaw.
Why have they got? Why have they gone for a hero
Just like the
outlaw,
last
man?
round, Camo
Why?
is dead within seconds.
1,
Opening
2,
pick,
3,
one of the
and
two
this was a
weapons
one
in
shot as
play
well,
for
right?
Heretics, that Bulldog
Yeah, actually, it's
recovered
actually might
by
win
the
a mid as well. They
three-piece.
got the little bait
economic
set up,
damage
TP'd
done keeps
away.
Some of Heretics modest. They've seen Benji, but now he's being spotted in the corner. It's a fight against Nats.
Ah,
with
man,
a cage.
Benji
Falls,
played that
never
so well.
mind. He's taken him down before.
Then they had the deeper
And now there's
smoke
a
as
couple
well
upgrades.
after.
Well, for Team Liquid, I suppose, but also for Heretics.
He's full
when this
armor, sorry?
rotation
Oh, okay,
comes
okay,
through.
okay.
A 5 versus 3 in a round where they far outgunned their opponents.
Yeah, and
No
you got the
more.
insta setup of
They've
the
walked into the two
outlaw
weapons.
over towards A
That's
as
sort
well.
of the curse of Liquid in this round is that
All of the heavy armor's dead.
the pieces they had to watch out for have been the pieces that they met for Woot and Rians. And Boo at that, there is very little to play with. And a post plant here could be the thing that undoes all of those vulnerabilities. Boo
30 seconds left.
just waiting in case they try and go back towards the other side. He's heard the plant, has the paranoia, but is completely sectioned off from the rest of the team, at least for now.
Wait, it's going to be a while before he can break through that. Got the numbers to work with.
Dude, they must be looking at the smoke that Boo did.
They
That's
know
like,
he's close.
what?
The ult is going to be popped by Serial as well, and he's caught him. That's one player down. Oh, but they've not caught Wood.
Yeah, maybe the comms didn't come in about the smoke fast enough.
Just before that sees gives them a real chance with Patatek all alone on the backside.
Damn, nice
and
shot.
He's spotted out by Miniboo. A three-piece
Did the
for
hero
him.
buy an outlaw,
Another
and this is what it
big
does to them?
individual round for Team Heretics. They are looking by
they really
far
wanted
to
the,
be the better team, at least here on Haven.
They really wanted the heavy
12 to
scoreline
3.
on that.
So many chances to close this out. And Team Liquid, well, they better have a lot of hope built up by that Ascent play this season, because the Haven ain't going anywhere near their favor.
That's the problem. They now come into this round with severe limitations on the credits.
These
They're
eye
gonna
no
make
scoping as well.
decisions of where they want to try and take this, and ideally, I think B would be the
19
best.
to 5. Benji
Think
Fishy,
about that
5
last round,
deaths.
you got
That's
picked
it.
off
19.
immediately by Miniboo. Still some hope in the crowd that there will be a response in this map, but they would need a streak even better than what they managed versus BBL. And while, let's be real, this Heretic squad have been a different beast. Nats trying to
I
slip
like the
net,
idea.
No sneaky play to be had, and instead they're walking into the Lion's Den.
idea
They
wasn't
may
too
know
bad.
where that Lion is, but dealing with him has been a different
Dude, look at this guy,
story.
actual raid boss.
A quick double already for Benji. And while Patatek has been able to survive, but they cannot deal with the beast.
What
at
happened?
the back
20,
of
22
C.
to
It is
5
a
he ended on?
13-3 decimation of Liquid. One better than
This
what
was,
happened in
this was
kickoff.
really
We said
fast
Miniboo
game.
activated, but Benji Fishy, the man of the hour.